Welcome back to Crafts with Carol. Today we're going to make a dove of peace. This can go along with day 4, challenged along the way, because the dove with the olive branch in its beak was the sign that God sent to Noah to let him know that his trial with the flood was over. So the first thing you're going to need is some square pieces of paper. I have origami paper, but any square sheet of paper will do. White is probably the best because we think of the dove being white traditionally, but you could do any color you want. And whatever paper you choose, just make sure that it's cut very square. You don't want it to be off at all, or the rest of your folding will be off. And you want it to be paper that's kind of thin. If you use really thick construction paper, it may be difficult to fold. So we start with a simple square, and we're going to take one corner and have it meet another corner diagonally. Line up your corners really well, and then push the paper down for a nice crisp crease. After you fold it once this way, you're going to take the top corner and fold it down to another bottom corner. So you're making a smaller triangle. All right, you're going to fold it again diagonally. This time I'm going to go to my left. And make an even smaller triangle. And I'm going to crease it really, really hard. Next, you're going to take the corner here and you want it to meet the middle of the long side. So I'm going to go through this whole thick piece of paper. And at this part, it might get a little hard to crease, but just do your best. All right, and I'm going to open it back up. When I open it back up, you'll see this little triangle kind of folded in the center of this larger one. And you'll notice these two little flaps. Right, so I'm going to bring one flap over. I'm going to crease this again so you can see a little bit of paper sticking up here. And then I want this to go inside out. So I'm going to lift this up a little bit and then push that triangle crease inside. What I should end up getting is this sort of rhombus trapezoid shape. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I can see my little triangle within the bigger triangle. And I'm going to try to fold it inside out. This part is the trickiest, so you may take a couple tries here. All right, so now on both sides, it looks like this trapezoid shape. You'll notice that if you open up the little flaps on your trapezoid, they look like wings, and these are going to become the wings of your dove. Okay, but before you flip the wings up, kind of grab it from underneath where the wings are and touch this little point. And you'll notice there's a place where you can kind of slip your finger inside. Once you slip your finger inside, just kind of put your pointer finger on top and push it down. This is going to become the beak of your peace dove. And depending on how far you push it down, it's going to change whatever the size of your beak is. All right, so there's our beak. And then you flip the wings up, just like this. And then we're on to our last step. Some people kind of like the look of this. It makes it look like the dove is flying forward with the tail sticking out this way. But if you want it to be standing, kind of in this little traditional pose, You're going to take this bottom part down here, stick your finger inside the other side, and you're going to push inward along this little triangle side right here, and then fold down. And that will give you your point of your traditional beautiful dove of peace. Here's the step-by-step illustration for the origami dove of peace in case you want something to look at for a little bit longer. You can also feel free to pause my video and go back to it at any point. Good luck, guys!